Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Oh my God, it's a big version of me.
Yes. It's America.
I'll just try not to look. Always have had a problem watching myself on screen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Still do. Yeah.
Is it very self-critical?
I don't know if it's so much. Yes, actually, it is self-critical. Yes, it is. It's. I just can't get over the fact that it's just really weird. It just, I spend so much of a film trying to get comfortable with the fact that that's me, and whether it's me looking old or fat or thin or naked, I still can't quite get used to it. It's funny.
Do you feel any different looking at your earlier work, if you see scenes from, you know, your very early films, or is it just a general feeling?
Well, it is lovely to see that tribute reel. And what was the gentleman's name? Paul
Fagan.
Yeah, I thought he did such a lovely job, so I must thank him personally. But it is lovely to see those younger days, because it actually does feel like a very long time ago. Mm-hmm. And yet, of course, it still feels like yesterday. I mean, just that sort of top shot of myself and Melanie Linsky lying in our underwear on the leaves. I remember that day. I remember everything about that day. I remember the location. I actually even remember what we had for lunch. I mean, I honestly do. I have a memory for things like that. So to see, it was lamb, FYI, and calamari. Not at the same time. But it is great to look back and go, wow, I've really been lucky, and B, I've learned so much. You know, I've learned so much about my craft, about myself, about this job that I do, and gaining knowledge all the time is something that will always be important to me, because you can never know enough. And the day I wake up and say, oh yeah, I know how to do this, then that's the day I feel like I should stop.
Well, I don't think I mean, I gather you're not the kind of person who's going to likely come to that moment.
No, I don't think so.
You're curious, you're hungry to learn. I don't think that ever leaves you. I hope it doesn't leave us.
No, I hope that it doesn't. I don't think that it will. And the fear factor as well, I think, will never leave me either. And actually, I think as I get older, that fear thing is more and more apparent in me, because the challenges, I'm lucky, you know, the challenges are getting bigger and greater for me all the time, you know, knock wood so far, and the last 2 years in particular have just sort of, they've been unbelievable, and have kind of torn me to pieces emotionally in many ways, and it's been quite remarkable.
Do you seek that out?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. I think subconsciously I do. And I'm very, very, very lucky as well, because I have an agent who I've been with since I was 15, and she knows me very, very, very well, and we have similar tastes. And so when she reads something and picks me up and picks the phone up and says, okay, I'm sending you this, you've got to read it. I sort of can't wait, and it's really wonderful to have that symmetry with somebody, and to know them so well on that level. But I do seek it out. Yeah, absolutely, I do. And when I read the script for The Reader, I mean, I was blown away by it. I had actually read the novel by coincidence 6 years ago. I just had read it, and I put the script down, and I thought, well, obviously I can't do that, because I don't have the stuff. I'm not the person who should play this part, because I don't think I can. I don't know how to. And I was very struck by how little of myself, there was really nothing of myself or my own life or my own experiences that I felt I could bring into playing Hannah Schmidt. I had nothing, and I was sort of racking my brains. Come on, there's got to be something, nothing at all. And so the sense that I was really playing a character whom I had to disappear into and behind was really kind of not just enormous but also looming, because it was a brilliantly written script, and also it's a much loved piece of German literature. So the responsibility I felt to the German people, who were so excited that this movie was being made, was huge. You know, it was sort of thrilling pressure.
But is that normally the first thing you look for, as a point of connection with the character, some way that you feel you can relate to the character? Well, I
think what happens is subconsciously that sort of emerges. That there's often a moment where you think, oh yeah, I can, you know, I wish I couldn't relate to this bit, but actually I can. Or, oh yes, you know, it might be a sort of a brighter feeling. And oftentimes, you know, you have to draw on things that you don't want to draw on, you know. You have to deal with parts of your own past that maybe you'd said goodbye to, and it's like, oh, right, here I am, dealing with that again, and still being emotional about it. So clearly I haven't dealt with that at all, than I thought that I had. And it was interesting with Hannah how that just, I was out there in the cold. It was like, okay, there's nothing here. Okay, find it every day.
So then how, that being the case, how do you create her? How do you create her to your satisfaction, so that when you're on the set actually shooting scenes, you develop a confidence, which I hope you do at some point early in the shoot, that you say, okay, I've got this. I think I know who this character is, and this is how I'm portraying her.
Well, I think I never really know if I'm getting it right, you know. And I think one of the wonderful things about acting is that there's really no right or wrong, and I think in many ways you almost can't be taught it. You have to learn on the job, and it keeps changing all the time. You're learning whole new lessons all the time. There's no one way. And with Hannah, every day I felt kind of unconfident every day, you know, and just getting that feeling up of walking onto a set and playing a German woman with a German accent in front of, guess what, a German crew. I mean, that's enough to make you feel terrified, because all you think is, well, they think my accent's shit. I mean, well, they're not even speaking to me, so clearly they think I'm just crap, and was the wrong person to have been cast. And you know, those feelings never go away. And I'm very sensitive to the crew as well, and I always love to join in and make it very much a team thing, and to entertain them and all of that. So kind of gaining their respect was something that I felt I had to try and achieve very early on. But I think the way that I do it, or certainly with the reader, since it's the most recent thing that I had done, the way that I did it on that, I had to sort of go into, I hope it doesn't sound like a sort of arrogant actory thing, but I had to kind of go into a very just kind of private, quiet place inside myself. And you know, more often than not, I'll always keep a little bit for me back, you know, my own private feelings about the character I maybe won't share with the other actors, and sometimes not even the director, even if they're your husband. You know, there's always a little bit that I would like to keep for myself. And with the reader, I felt like I was doing that more. I could feel myself sort of internalizing much more. And for people around me, they would say, God, you're being really weird on this film. Why? What's going on? You know, we sort of feel like we can't really talk to you. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I think I'm just, you know, frightened, and I want to get it right, you know. And also with Hannah, because she is very isolated and she is very lonely, I had to sort of fill a big kind of crevice in her, but it had to be full of things just because of the loneliness and because of her insecurity and her inability to merge with any form of society. That didn't mean that she had to be silent emotionally. So the size of the emotions that I felt I had to carry every day was huge, was really huge.